Good morning, one and Dr. Sam over here. So I'm going to handle object-oriented programming with Java concepts. I think previously you have studied Python programming and computer programming, right? So whatever the concept present in the Python programming and computer programming, here also we are going to apply, but some difference is there. So we are going to mainly concentrate on that one only. In Java. We are going to use only Java here, but some difference in the Python programming and also here this one Java. So in this PPT, I'm going to discuss about what are the OOPS concepts available with Java. See, in this object-oriented program, we have 5 units. First unit, we are going to discuss about introduction to OOPS. So in this, we have fundamental concepts like control flow, data types, operations, some important concepts of Java, encapsulation, abstraction. These are the concepts are there. Say unit 2, we are going to discuss about inheritance and interface. And unit 3, how to handle the exception and IO functions. Unit 4, multi-threading and generic programming. Unit 5, event-driven programming. So how to create checkbox, radio buttons, list, choice. These are the things we are going to discuss in this unit. So before we are going to discuss about object-oriented programming, so we need to have the difference between procedure programming and object-oriented programming. So in this procedure-oriented program, where we are using in C, we are using, right? So why we are moving from procedure to object-oriented programming? So this one we need to follow the step-by-step process. So if you did any mistake, you should not able to go back, or you should not able to do partially. That is the main problem here. So that's why we are moving from procedure to object-oriented programming. So let's take one example here. I'm going. Suppose we are going to do Ganesh statue, right? So for this purpose, for this, what are the things needed? Mud needed, water needed, color needed. So we have to collect these things first. After that, we need to take one vessels, start mixing it. After mixing is ready, give them shape to the Ganesh statue. See, if you did many mistake, you should not be able to go back. So you want to do whole procedure from the beginning to last. So it's very time consuming process. So that's why we are moving from procedure to object oriented programming. The object oriented programming, it's like a mold. So by using this mold, we can able to create an object, right? So in this Java, two main concepts are very important. So first one is class, second one is object. Class, already I told you, class is like a mold. That means here class is like a template of object. By using this template, we are going to create many objects. In the Java class contain two types of members. First one is attribute, second one is method. Attribute is sometimes called as properties or variables or data members. The objects are instance of class. When we creating the first Ganesh statue from this mold, it create the first object. By using this object, we can able to access data members, method members very flexibly. So what is the syntax for class? Class is a, here see, class is a keyword, class name. want to give the class name here. Suppose you are saving the file name as fact.java, means here you want to give fact. Inside the class we have three members. First one data members, second one constructor, third one method members. Suppose you are not declaring the constructor value, it fetches the default constructor value. Syntax for creating class here. The class is a keyword. You want to give class name, and how we are mentioning the data members here. So initially want to give data type. So data type followed by variable name. It's same as in C and Python. So next one method members. So first one return type you want to mention. So after followed by method name. Here they are not declaring any constructor value, so it fetches the automatically default constructor value variable. Here class is a keyword, employee is the class name. Here we are using class name as employee. So we are going to save the file name as employee.java. Here we declare three variables. First one is name. Name accessed by using string. Temp ID declared by using integer. Salary accessed by using double. Here we are using two method members. First one set details, second one get details. The name we are enclosed by use of double quotes. Here, see. And roll number and salary we are not enclosed by any double quotes, because this one is integer, this one is double value. We are printing these three values here by using system.out.println statement. So how to create the object for a class? So initially class name is employee, so employee. Object name you can give whatever you like. Object 1, object 2 or some other things. New is a keyword. Class name is employee. We created a file name as employee, so here want to give employee. So how to access the object? Object name dot field name. So next one object name, not method name. See, this one is main class. The main function public static void main string of args argument. This one is main function. Say here we created one object. Employee is the class name. E is the object. New is the keyword. Employee is the class name. Say e dot get details and e dot set details. Two functions we are accessing by using object here. So how many objects we can able to access? More than one object we can able to access. Here two objects we created, E and G. So E and G are independent of each other. It's not same. It's independent. Thank you so much for you all. If you have any queries, please contact me. Thank you.